looking like this season? What can they expect from the Spartans today?
Well, Michigan State has actually put a lot of focus on the corner penalties is one big thing. They had both their goals in the last game against Rutgers scored from those corner penalties. Perfect day for field hockey today. Nice and sunny here at Ralph Young Field on this Sunday evening. As we start this game off, you can see a few players waiting to start here. Looks like the Michigan State Spartans will be starting this game off in control of the ball right now. Passing between a few players as the ball rolls out of bounds will be Bellarmine's ball. Bellarmine in control of the ball, trying to move upfield, finding a space to work with, passing forward. Now a couple passes are jostled around until it rolls out of bounds, and the Michigan State Spartans take control.
Yeah, the Spartans looking up to get into a quick start as they have in their previous games, and early scoring will please Coach Null.
Yeah, that is Selena Ricardo with the pass inbounds, trying to get to one of her teammates, working with it, taken by Bellarmine for a second, but a whistle comes in. Going to be re-award to Bellarmine now.
Yeah, the Knights, of course, coming in with a little momentum after that victory against Central Michigan on Friday. They're looking to continue that winning streak.
Yeah, two teams on a little bit of the opposite end of the spectrum right now. Obviously, Michigan State starting off undefeated, as we said, for those first 3 games. Lost the last 2 against Stanford as well as Rutgers, but both those games went to overtime. No losses this season in regulation, so still a very strong team. Going to be trying to get back to their start to the season. Obviously, a very strong start. Going to see if they can do that today against Bellarmine.
Absolutely. And Bellarmine, of course, coming off of that tough 1-6 record. Maybe that MAC win will help as they go into conference play next week.
Is going to be Hannah Brown starting us off for Bellarmine. Preparing with the ball on the ground. Going to be having Lulu Fulton as her main defender. Passes the ball forward. Grazing the out-of-bounds line, but stays in bounds. Going to be controlled by Michigan State now. Chasing after the ball right there was Emma O'Neill. Watches it roll out, unable to get there in time. Bellarmine takes control of the ball. Trying to start us off right now is going to be Lindsay Sturgeon. Sturgeon passes the ball inside, and it is taken away by Michigan State. Right now we have Emma O'Neill in control of the ball, battling forward, trying to get through a few defenders. Whistles getting blown on the field, and it looks like Michigan State will be in control of the ball.
And O'Neill has field hockey in her blood. Her older sister Madison played field hockey here at Michigan State from 2015 to 2018. And her older sister Hallie played field hockey at Michigan, graduating last year.
Yeah, multiple generations represent the Spartans, it seems. Some pretty cool stuff to see there. Shots taken on goal, rolls out of bounds. Nice to see the Spartans immediately put pressure on this game. Obviously don't want to let the goalie get too comfortable before you start taking shots. Very early one there. Bellarmine in control of the ball. Looks like the pass is going to roll out of bounds and should be Michigan State ball. It is going to be Selena Ricardo starting us off right here.
Yeah, and for Bellarmine, it's important to look at the goalie. They've been having a little bit of a goalie competition this year after their star, Brianna McWhorter, left last season. McWhorter finished second in Bellarmine history in saves. So Bellarmine is trying to just catch up with freshman Kaylee Workman and junior Danny Swallow in competition for that goalie position.
Some pretty impressive stuff to see a freshman already stepping up to the plate right there, putting some competition on the junior. We'll see who wins that battle between the upper and lower classmen. Going to be Bellarmine's ball as we return. Starting off with the ball right now, passes it forward. Got a few defenders of Michigan State trying to disrupt the momentum and the flow of the ball movement. Ball starts to get dangerously close towards goal. Could see Lulu Fulton trying to take advantage of that. Attempted to take the ball away, unable to in the end. Going to be getting pushed forward by Bellarmine. The Knights are moving with speed right now. That is Madeline Reed moving down the sideline, getting fought off by opposing Michigan State Spartan right there, Ashley Harlock. Harlock moving back downfield, passes it forward to her teammate, rolls out of bounds, and will be Bellarmine ball.
Yeah, and Ashley Harlock has played in every game and started in every game this season and assisted Hannah Jarvie and Issa Vanderweer for the goals against Rutgers on Friday.
Yeah, obviously need a playmaker on the team who can help out their teammates. Almost as, or just as important actually, as goal scorers. They need someone to set them up most of the time, and Harlock has obviously come through there. Bellarmine with the ball right now, trying to get some momentum to start off this game. Unable to get really anything going so far, but we were still very early in this matchup, only about 5 minutes in. Moving with the ball down the sideline. Michigan State trying to disrupt it. The goalie with a nice kick to get the ball out of the area for a second. That was Monique Jardell right there.
Yeah, Jardell, a graduate student. She was academic all Big Ten this season, has played every minute in goal for the Spartans this season and had a season-high 6 saves at Stanford.
As you can see in the replay, there's going to be an official review. Ball was kicked forward for a second by Jardell right there. Well, you'll see what the referees decide on this. As we return, it looks like the official review ended up just with Michigan State possession. Decided to not bounce off of Emma O'Neill's foot, and that was just a little bit of trickery by the camera angle right there. Michigan State Spartans starting off with the ball. Immediate aggression from Bellarmine. Taking the ball away, 2 defenders against her. Looks like it's going to be taken away by Georgia Davies, but ends up being awarded back to Bellarmine in the end.
Yeah, and Davies scored her first goal against UC Davis and leads the team in points with 7 currently. So tied for Brown University's Michaela Walsh for second assist per game, averaging 1.5. So definitely a player to watch on the defense.
Yeah, I can tell Davies loves to get her teammates involved. A nice save right there by Monique Jardell of the Spartans. Going to be Spartan ball right now. Moving up the field is Selena Ricardo. A little bit of stoppage for a second is going to be taken over by Ellie Wheatley instead, passing the ball forward, trying to get to her teammate, and actually threads the needle a little bit there. Moving downfield is the Spartans with haste, speeding up with every step they take. Closing in on the goal. Looks like they might get an open shot here. Goalie down on the ground, takes a shot, bounces off the goalie's foot. Going to be retaken by Bellarmine. Moving forward, Michigan State takes the ball back, trying to move towards the goal. Open right here. See if they can get the shot off. Ball bounces for a second, might have bounced off of a foot. Looks like it's going to be awarded to Michigan State. Looks like we're also getting a short corner penalty right here.
And Michigan State has wanted to work on those short corner penalties, and they did against Rutgers, able to score on 2 of them.
Yeah, every goal in that game against Rutgers for the Spartans came from those corner shots. Can obviously tell there's an area of focus for them, putting extra emphasis on there. You can see her moving forward with the ball right here in this replay. Ball bounces off of the defender's foot, which is why we are going to the short corner.
Yeah, and that was Merrill Hansen. Last season was all Big Ten second team and named to the NFHCA Collegiate Watch List and named a preseason Big Ten field hockey player to watch. So keep an eye on number 18 today.
Yeah, I could see Hansen trying to get the ball closer to the goal there. Was taken away by the defenders. Very nice defense by Bellarmine right there.
Isa Vandervey in for your Spartans.
Isa Vandervey subs into the game for the Spartans. Michigan State still in control of the ball. Trying to move towards the goal right now. That's Hansen. Hansen getting pushed towards that out of bounds line. Hits off the foot of the defender again. And looks like we have another short corner penalty.
Yeah, again with those short corner penalties, a point of emphasis for Coach Null. She emphasized after the Stanford loss that the team should focus on making sure they don't miss those wide open opportunities like the penalties.
Yeah, and that Stanford game was a close one. Ended up going to a shootout in overtime. Ended up losing 1-0. But as I mentioned earlier in this game, Michigan State Spartans are undefeated in regulation time. Some pretty impressive stuff. We'll see if they're able to keep that up against Bellarmine today.
Yeah, of course, just keeping that game in regulation might help the Spartans, and also a quick start as we look for Michigan State usually starts the game out pretty quick with the goals, and maybe they'll continue that streak today with this corner. Yeah,
they like to be aggressive during the games. I imagine that's not going to change right here. Spartans pass it in for the short corner penalty. Looks like a shot's going to be taken, and that was a laser right there. It goes out of bounds at the end. If that hit one of the players, that would not have felt good in the morning tomorrow.
No, it wouldn't have, and that looks like it was Ellie Rutherford, a sophomore midfielder from Edinburgh, Scotland. She was selected as team's Rookie of the Year last season and played and started in all 15 games during her freshman debut.
Yeah, you can see why she was selected as Rookie of the Year when you watch her play. A very strong player for this team. Now Bellarmine's moving downfield, get a slight opening right now, turning on the Jets. Michigan State Spartans are not going to go down that easily, though. Catching up to the ball, sending it out of bounds. Looks like that went off of Georgia Davies. Want to give her defense a chance to reset. Bellarmine in control of the ball right now. Looks like it might have went off the foot of one of the players, and Bellarmine is getting a short corner penalty of their own now.
and it looks like they've faced 25. They've had 25 penalty corners this season so far. Bellarmine has, and they're getting another one right now. So we'll see if they'll be able to convert over here.
Yeah, these are some of the best scoring opportunities in the entire sport of field hockey. Is the thing. It's very rare that you get a chance for that many players to go against that few defenders in the sport. Bellarmine's starting to get ready for this. A lot of different tactics on these short corners. Let's see who they start this off with. Pass inbounds to Bellarmine. Takes a low shot and scores right there. Looks like that was Julia Dornabos with the score right there. Dornabos with a laser shot to the bottom of the goal. Nice job right there. Taking advantage of the short corner penalty, scoring off of it, went right between the legs of the goalkeeper. Imagine Michigan State is going to try catching up right after that. Scores now 1-0.
And Dornabos started all 16 games in her first season at Bellarmine and is tied for second in the team in assists.
Yeah, not taking the assist right there, scoring on her own. Well-rounded player right there.
Absolutely.
For the Knights.
She had one of the goals against Central Michigan on Friday as well.
Yeah, they won against Central Michigan. We'll see if that trend keeps up. When she scores, they win. Michigan State going to try making that not true, though. Michigan State moving upfield with the ball. Ball is taken away by Bellarmine. Ellie Rutherford with the ball right now for Michigan State, passing back to her teammate, moving deeper into their side of the field. That's Davies back to Rutherford right now. Rutherford with a high pass, or a fast pass, I mean. Now moving forward with the ball, taken by the opposing Bellarmine. Michigan State Spartans trying to take the ball right back right now. Davies getting in the midst of the action, taking it away. Knocked away from the stick of Davies by one of the Bellarmine defenders, and a whistle comes in, rewarding it to Michigan State. Looks like it's Davies who's going to start us off right now. Passes back to her teammate right there, trying to move downfield with the ball. Moving against defenders, trying to find some space to work with.
Bellarmine has gotten off to a hot start on offense. It'll be interesting to see how Michigan State's defense can hold up throughout this game.
Yeah, Bellarmine is coming in with all of the momentum right now, winning their first game of the season, going to look to build on that after a little bit of a start they would not have preferred with the 0-6 start. Trying to come back from that now. Michigan State with the ball moving forward. Moving downfield right now for Michigan State is Ashley Harlock. Tries passing it forward to Lulu Fulton. Fulton going to start us off, actually going to give it back to her teammate. That's Rutherford right there. Rutherford with a pass over. Ricochets off a few players, acting as if it was a pinball machine right there. And now Fulton with the ball, passing it back to her teammate. That would be Issa Vandervey. Ball is taken away by Bellarmine right now. Bellarmine trying to move downfield right there. Pass downfield. Seems to walk the tightrope of the sideline, go out of bounds, but it'll be Bellarmine ball.
Yeah, and that was Amber Hoffing-Jarimbo, as we mentioned earlier. She was a team captain last season and named second team All-MAC. She leads Bellarmine in points and goals, retaking that lead after the game against Central Michigan. Yeah,
definitely a player to keep your eye on. Seems like she is a very important part in the cog of this machine. Passing downfield, Michigan State trying to work with it, taken away by Bellarmine right now. Whistles come in. Did not give her the 5 yards to work with. Lulu Fulton now again, open area, might take a shot here, decides to pass inside instead. Fulton trying to get the ball after it bounces off a few players. Working with the ball right now. Shot taken right there by Merrill Hansen. Bounced off of the goalkeeper's chest. A nice job standing tall right there, not allowing the ball to trickle in. Bellarmine moving downfield right now. Passing back to their teammates, trying to get around the tough defense of the Spartans. Not giving them any room to work with, playing on the offense even though they're on defense, it seems. Trying to take the ball away, forcing some passes back deep into their own territory. The Knights are moving back closer and closer to their goal. Knights start to get some momentum for a second, but it is broken up by the Spartans moving towards the goal with a nice steal right there. Lulu Fulton is in the area, joined by her teammate Maddie Lawler right there. Whistle comes in, going to be re-awarded to the Knights.
The Knights have had really crisp passing this game. Very right to the player they're trying to get to, and really good communication, it looks like, so far this game, which probably is the reason why they're up 1-0.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned the communication, because you can just hear the vocalization on that field right now. All of them talking about every single play is the reason why they're up 1-0 right now. Michigan State going to try battling their way back from this slight deficit. Looks like Davies is going to start us off. Let's see if she can get some momentum for the Spartans.
And Davies, a transfer from American, was the first team All-Patriot League last season and on the Patriot League All-Tournament team.
So impressive stuff right there by Davies. Her and Ricardo had a very good connection in the last game. We'll see if they can keep that up today. Seemed like they were just passing to each other almost every play they could get. Now working with the ball is the Michigan State Spartans' Hannah Jarvie, player we highlighted before the game.
Yes, of course, Jarvie, the senior. She was selected to participate in the 2022 Senior Nexus Championship and earned the most improved player award last season from her teammates. She scored her first two goals of the season against UC Davis and scored a goal against Rutgers Friday.
You can see the hard smack right there by Jarvie, ended up sailing over the goal. Working with the ball right there is Bellarmine. Right there, that would be Benta Mormon. Gets the ball forward. Michigan State breaks that up, taking the ball away, trying to move downfield right now. That is Ricardo. Selena Ricardo with the ball right now. Passes it back to her teammate. Now a long pass downfield, gets up and over to Ellie Rutherford. Rutherford turning on the Jets, skating through the defenders, trying to get forward, pass it off to her teammate Hannah Jarvie. Whistle comes in. Jarvie as well as Rutherford kind of combined for a very strong duo. Two very effective players on this field. As you can see during this play, hit bounce off of one of the players, which is going to lead to the short corner.
Yeah, again with the short corners, again, Michigan State, this is their second on the game, so hopefully they'll be able to convert in one of them.
Harlock, as you mentioned earlier in the game, a very strong playmaker for this team. See if she can step up and play make right here. Passes inside to her teammate. That's going to be Rutherford passing over to Davies. Davies with a shot. Looked like it was going to leak into the goal. Unable to trickle in the right way. Bounced out of bounds.
Yeah, that would have been Davies' second goal on the season. She scored the first one against UC Davis.
Yeah, you could tell she wanted that right there. Passed it inside. Could not tell for a second until we saw that replay. I thought there would be a debate on whether it hit a player's foot. Did not in the end. No repeat on that short corner. Going to Bellarmine with the ball right now, passing it forward, trying to get to one of their teammates. Now ball rolls out of bounds. See who it's going to be called out on. Looks like it's going to be awarded to Bellarmine to start this off. That was Benta Mormon passing back to her teammates, now trying to work with the ball and move downfield. Bellarmine wants to get the momentum rolling as they are up 1-0, wanting to build on that lead. Michigan State working in the opposite direction, trying to come back from this deficit.
And like you said, Benta Mormon took 2 shots in the win against CMU and tallied 2 assists. She's one of 3 sophomores from the Netherlands on this Bellarmine team.
Yeah, the Netherlands, very popular place for the sport. Believe that they have won 4 of the last 5 World Cup series. That is the end of the first quarter of action. 1-0 is the score. Bellarmine in the lead.
Yes, and the Spartans hoping to continue that ranking today. They are down right now, but hopefully in this second quarter, they can bounce back a little bit.
Yeah, I imagine Coach Knoll had a few inspiring words for her players. Gonna see if they can take those words and work on them. Ball is taken away by Bellarmine right away as we say that, though. Bellarmine starting to get some open green right now. This could be dangerous for the Spartans. Nice job catching up by Ashley Harlock right there. Started to get a little bit dangerous for the Spartans in that territory. Looked like an open shot on goal. Harlock came out of nowhere to hunt that down.
Yeah, and that was one thing that Coach Knoll noticed after the Rutgers game, that Rutgers had too many open field opportunities.
Yeah, let's watch this replay. Harlock catching up just in time. Looked like that was going to be a shot right there by Merritt Vanderben. can see Benta Mormon trying to work with this, passing inside to her teammate. Starting to get taken away by the Michigan State Spartans. Spartans are fighting back right now, moving downfield. Looks like that's Rutherford to control the ball. Turning on the jets right now, speeding past opponents. See what she does right here, starting to settle the ball down, slow down the game a little bit. Couple bounces inside. And it looks like we have another short corner penalty for the Michigan State Spartans.
You're going to hear it from us all day. Those short corner penalties, easiest way to score in this game. We'll see if Michigan State can convert on this one. Yeah, and O'Neal scored 2 goals against American and 1 against St. Louis. Again, she's passing it today, but maybe she'll score another one for herself today.
Yeah, a hard shot on goal, bounces out of bounds. Some of these shots have so much strength behind them that I would not want to be the goalkeeper facing off of them.
Yeah, impressive of Danny Swallow, the goalkeeper, to just keep a straight face and be able to deflect that ball.
Yeah, that was Davies with the shot right there. Mentioned earlier that you said she transferred from American, right?
Yes, she did. She's an American transfer and did a great job in the Patriot League last season.
Yeah, I believe American was ranked number 21 in the country. Ended up losing to Michigan State earlier this year. I believe it was August 26th. Got a little bit of a revenge tour against her old team.
Yeah, exactly. And right now she's leading the team in points and tied with Brown University's Michaela Walsh for second in assists per game overall in the NCAA.
Let's see if she can take the lead today. Just needs one more, it seems then. O'Neal getting ready to pass it in. Slides it over to her teammate. A little bit of mess up on the setup right there, but it is going back to Ellie Wheatley right now. Ball bouncing around. Bellarmine trying to take it away. And we have another short corner penalty.
And like you mentioned, Ellie Wheatley, she's a junior from Louisville, Kentucky, which is actually where Bellarmine is. She recorded an assist in the game against Rutgers and played in 12 games last season, starting 11.
Pretty crazy to think that when she was a kid, she might have actually watched this team play. Now she's playing against them herself.
Kind of a full circle moment here as the Spartans discuss what they're going to do for another penalty corner.
Yeah, they're 6th of the game. See if they can capitalize on this one. Emma O'Neal going back to the sideline, lining up that ball. There's a little bit of a jumble on the last setup, but it now gets set up properly. Passing around, looks like that's Rutherford in control of the ball. Takes a shot on goal, saved by the goalkeeper. A very impressive job by the Bellarmine goalkeeper right now.
Yeah, and it still looks like Danny Swallow is in goal. Like I mentioned before, there's a little bit of a goalie battle going on between her and freshman Kaylee Workman. Kaylee Workman, a freshman from Ontario, actually earned the MVP of the U16 Field Hockey Ontario of the Canadian national team in 2019. So definitely a skilled player in Canada. Yeah,
some very strong competition for that goalkeeper spot. I imagine the team loves it when it's just 2 great players competing for the same position. Either way that they go is going to be the right one. Michigan State moving downfield with the ball, but it's taken away by the Knights. Knights take it away for a second, trying to control it. Get it through the legs of Ashley Harlock right there. Michigan State in control of the ball again, moving downfield with it right now, trying to get a pass forward and get it successfully up to Emma O'Neal. Bounces out of bounds, will still be Michigan State ball as we return. Emma O'Neal with a pass over to her teammate. Looks like that was going to be Georgia Davies. Davies with a pass over to her teammate, who gives it right back to her, returns to the center, now passes it over to Emma O'Neal. O'Neal gets the ball taken away for a second. Going to be fighting for the ball, though. O'Neal's not letting it go that easily. Fight around the sideline for the ball. Ends up being won and awarded to Bellarmine. Right there, that was Merritt Vanderbend starting off the play.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed this game is for every Spartan, there looks like there's 2 Knights around them fighting for that ball today.
Yeah, the Knights want this win badly. Coming off their first win of the season in the last game. Definitely want to continue that momentum, see what they can do here. Bellarmine moving downfield right now. Michigan State trying to disrupt the flow. Does it successfully. Ball bounces a little bit high and is going to be re-awarded to the Knights. Knights moving with the ball, trying to get some open green to work with right now. Michigan State closing in quickly. Ball gets taken by Ricardo for a second. Looks like a shot was attempted to be taken, might have missed the ball right there. Now Michigan State's control. Passing through Michigan State. Hard pass down the sideline, interrupted by one of the Knights right there. Now Michigan State takes it back for a second, but a whistle comes in and will be re-awarded to the Knights.
Yeah, and it looks like the interesting thing about this game is Bellarmine has only taken 3 shots compared to Michigan State's 7, but they are up 1-0.
Yeah, they capitalized on their opportunities very well so far. Aggressive on defense, not being complacent, trying to fight for everything that they can get. And now they have another corner penalty.
Yeah, this is going to be their second penalty corner of the game, so we'll see if they're able to capitalize on this one like they did the first one.
Yeah, 100% hit rate, I guess, technically on these so far. 1 of 1. See if they can get that to continue with the second shot.
Looks like
Spartans setting up in goal right now. Bellarmine starting us off right now. Pass inside by one of the players. Set up. And a hard shot goes soaring over the goal. And it will be Bellarmine ball.
Again, a great play from Jardel. She had a season she had a season high 6 saves at Stanford, and it'll be interesting to see if she can do that again.
Yeah, that West Coast trip was definitely a learning experience for these Spartans, defeating UC Davis but falling to Stanford in overtime.
Yeah, it also looks like it was a fun experience as the Michigan State Spartans were able to dive into the UC Davis pool following their win and get cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a team bonding experience for the Michigan State Spartans right there. Spartans take the ball away, trying to move downfield. I believe that was Davies who interrupted that play. Ball continues to roll and is going to be in Michigan State control. You can see Ashley Harlock right there right now. Great playmaker for this team. I've obviously mentioned the assist numbers already. Spartans trying to move downfield right now. That is Davies with the ball. Davies with a nice pass, but is taken by the defenders of the Knights. Bellarmine playing very strong in the defensive end today. Now the Spartans will try their hand at offense. Whistle comes in for a second re-award to the Spartans. Ball is taken away by Bellarmine. Moving downfield there right now. Another whistle comes in after it seems to bounce off the foot of a player. Re-award to Bellarmine. That is going to be Benta Mormon starting us off right now. Now continued passing by the Bellarmine Knights until it gets over to Lindsay Sturgeon. Fighting over the ball right now.
Yeah, Lulu Fulton looks like she's really putting in the effort to get the ball back to Michigan State. Looks like she might be successful with this one.
Yeah, you can see the passion of a few of these players, Fulton especially. They really want to come back in this game. Nice opportunity right here for a goal. Pass was interrupted by one of the players, and it looks like we have a possible and a confirmed short corner penalty.
Again, with these short corner penalties, it seems like we're saying it almost every 2 minutes, but it really is the easiest way to score in this game, and we'll see if the Spartans can deliver on yet another opportunity to score.
Yeah, this is the 9th corner penalty of the game, 7th for Michigan State Spartans.
Looks like Harlock is going back to bring the ball in. It was O'Neill for the previous 2, but we'll see if this method works a little bit better for the Spartans.
Yeah, trying out a few different combinations, see if Harlock is the right code right here. Harlock lining up, passes over to her teammates, set up right there, getting close towards goal. Shot taken on goal by Ricardo, but does not go in, bounces off a player instead. Now continued passing until Merrill Hansen has control. Hansen trying to get through a few defenders, but the defense is a little too stout for the Knights. Moving downfield with the ball right now, a lot of open green. This could be dangerous right now. Davies, the only defender in sight, does a nice job breaking up the play though. Davies did not get scared of the pressure, living up to it instead.
Yeah, and I'm impressed with Bellarmine. It does not look like a team that is 1-6 today. They are playing with a lot of passion, maybe spurred on by that first being undefeated in the MAC.
Yeah, once they start getting the ball rolling, it looks like it's not going to be stopped. Michigan State going to have a hard task in going back in this game. Going to see if they can step up to the plate, though, as the deficit is only 1 right now. Going to be another short corner. This one is going to be the 10th of the game, 3rd for the Knights.
Yeah, and it seems like these short corners, there's a little bit of discussion between the players and the referee right now as Bellarmine looks to set it up.
Yeah, definitely some discussion going on, but Bellarmine is ready now. Starting off with the pass, gets over to the teammates, lined up for a shot, gets around a defender. Shot is saved right there. Nice job by the goalie of Michigan State Spartans, Monique Jardel.
Yeah, it looks like Jardel might make a new season save record this game with the amount of action she's seeing in the net.
Yeah, constant pressure being put on her. What is weird to think, though, is that the opposing Knights only have 3 total shots on goal. Whistle comes in for a second. Bellarmine working with the ball, trying to get around a few defenders. Can see Ellie Wheatley stepping up, trying to push her body into the opposing player, slow him down a little bit. Whistle comes in, and it is going to be awarded to the Michigan State Spartans. Spartans working with the ball, rolls out of bounds right away, though, and is going to be awarded to the Knights of Bellarmine. Taking the trip to East Lansing, coming all the way from Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, nice road trip for the Knights. They came up to Mount Pleasant, Michigan to play CMU, and now they're coming here to East Lansing.
Yeah, got a little bit of a field trip all around the state of Michigan today. Pass back to the Michigan State Spartans right now. You see Bellarmine working with the ball. That was going to be Rutherford in the area. Nice breakup by one of the Spartans right there for a second. The Knights control the ball still, though. Pass goes in the direction of no players. Looks like it may have hit a little bit of an awkward angle off the stick right there. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like another opportunity for the Spartans to get the ball back and maybe take it the other way down the field.
Yeah, Spartans need to capitalize on these opportunities if they want to come back. Pass down the sideline ends up getting taken away by Bellarmine right there. Whistle comes in, stoppage of play, and is going to be awarded to the Knights of Bellarmine. Bellarmine Knights with the ball right now near the sideline. Nice play right there by one of the players who avoided hitting her foot. Would have been rewarded to the Spartans in that case.
Yeah, Bellarmine, I think, has the Spartans right where they want them, playing quick, precise defense and striking hard on offense.
Yeah, you can see that they've shaken up the Spartans a little bit. Need to slow down the game, get their headset or get their mindsets right again, and hopefully have a chance to come back here. That's Selena Ricardo working with the ball right now. Tried getting it to her teammate, was fought away by one of the Knights, and now in control of Bellarmine. You can see Lulu Fulton trying to stalk from the back, take the ball away, but is still in control of the Knights. A couple of passes right now, taken away by Michigan State now, though. Michigan State working with the ball, passes a few times, trying to get to an open teammate. Trying to work down the field right there. That's Issa Vandervee with the ball. Ball goes out of bounds and will now be Knights ball.
Yeah, Vandervee scored her first goal in the game last game against Rutgers, and so far has played in all 6 games for the Spartans this season.
Yeah, Vandervee is a very good player for this team. Even if she's not scoring an insane amount, you can just see how much she influences her teammates on the field. Going to be in control of Vandervee as we say that as we return to the game. Ball bounces off the stick of the opposing Benta Mormon and will now be re-awarded to the Michigan State Spartans. Vandervee starting us off yet again here. Passes inside, trying to get to her teammate. Now passes back right to Vandervee. Taken away by Bellarmine right now, though. Ball bounces over the stick of Vandervey. Nice play right here by Bellarmine. Bellarmine fighting against the opposing Ashley Harlock. You see a few players of the Knights trying to get back to an open teammate. Goes under the stick of one of the players right there. Michigan State trying to take the ball away right there. Could see Vandervey fighting for the ball. Looks like they might have won it, as looks like Rutherford got hit a little bit in the chest, but now is going to be rewarded to the Knights. Bellarmine with the ball right now. Knights going to try getting a little bit more of the momentum that they started off with in the first quarter.
Yeah, slowing the game down a little bit. It seems like Michigan State is playing at the pace that Bellarmine wants instead of at their own pace. So maybe if they just keep up with the aggression and the behavior, I'm sure that Bellarmine can come out on top this game if they keep playing the way they have.
Yeah, it looks like Bellarmine has been the master of time so far this game, controlling the entire pace of the game. Michigan State's going to want to disrupt that, though. Michigan State with the ball right now. Ball chasing down the sideline. It looks like that is going to be Maddie Lawler, I believe, near the ball. Fighting for the ball right now. Moving downfield with it, getting closer to the goal. Slowing it down. Going between the legs of a player to try passing off to Rutherford. Fight over the ball right now. Bellarmine might take it away, but Maddie Lawler is trying her best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, those black jerseys of Bellarmine really swarming any Spartan player that gets the ball.
Yeah, it seemed like they act like a horde of sharks whenever they smell blood in the water, just immediately attacking the ball. Full force and full aggression. Spartans in control of the ball right now. You can see Davies passing forward up to her teammate Isa Vandervey right there. Vandervey sporting the headband right now, passes it back to her teammate. That's going to be Davies moving downfield with it, taken away by Bellarmine. Right now you can see Hannah Jarvie, a very strong player for this team, taking the ball away, passing forward to her teammates.
Yeah, if Jarvie can get some momentum, I think the Spartans have some hope yet here in the game.
Yeah, still very early in the game. First half of action, only 30 seconds left in this half. Let's see if the Spartans can even it up before halftime. Ball bounces off the foot of a player, and we have yet another short corner. 11th of the game, 8th for the Spartans. See if they can capitalize on their 8th attempt.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see. Maybe the Spartans can go into the second half with some momentum if they could score on this penalty corner.
Yeah, going into the second half, down 1 versus all tied up. Very different scenarios. All depends on this. Looks like it's going to be a Harlock going to the sideline for the initial pass inside. Harlock moving with the ball right now. Let's see what they decide to do on this play. Harlock getting ready to Sept the initial pass. Passes inside. Now a shot on goal is low. Blocked by the goalkeeper. A nice job there. Fight in front of the goal. Ricardo trying to get inside. And a whistle comes in for the 12th short corner of this game. 9th for the Spartans. Let's see on this replay what happens right here.
Looks like Ricardo still going after it, and of course Danny Swallow doing a great job defending that ball out of the net.
Yeah, it looks like it hit Swallow's foot right there. Believe that is why it was a actually no, it hit Duke's foot. That is my bad. Grace Duke is who the foot was hit, causing the 12th short corner of this game. Harlock getting ready for the initial pass inside, gets it to her teammates. See if they can get another shot off here. Pass inside. Jumble of bodies. Whistle is blown. 3 seconds left in this first half of action, and we have another short corner.
Yes, hopefully Michigan State getting a lot of these penalty corner attempts, and hopefully they can convert on this one right before the half ends.
Yeah, 3 seconds to work with. They're going to need to get this pass off quick and just get a hard smack towards the goal. Almost kind of like a Hail Mary in football where it's just praying that this works out. Pass inside. Going to be a shot taken. Smack bounces over the goal. Might have another chance. And we have another short corner before the end of this half.
Yeah, Michigan State Coach Null mentioned that penalty corners and open opportunities were the opportunities that they needed to capitalize off of this game, especially against Rutgers. And now it looks like Michigan State will attempt to their penalty corner and hopefully make one before the end of the half.
Yeah, against Rutgers, who was ranked number 19th in the country, they were able to score on about half of their corner shots. Bellarmine is stepping up today with their defense. Ball is Sept and hard smack towards the goal and scored. We are going into the half, all tied up 1-1. A great job by the Spartans there to make sure they don't have to play through a deficit.
And that looked like Vandervey again. Scored first goal of the season last game against Rutgers, and she continues to score again today.
Yeah, Vandervey with the laser shot down in the goal. Michigan State is happy about that outcome before the half. Much different game now that it's all tied up. Not playing from behind. Let's see if Michigan State can build on this momentum. And you know what?
And it looks like we're moving into an exciting second half of action as it's all tied up here at Ralph Young Stadium.
Yeah, the entire game has changed. It was 0-0-0 on the clock when that goal was scored to tie this game up. The fact that it was going to be tied up instead of a deficit for Michigan State changes the mood entirely. You can see the offensive being taken by the defense of Michigan State right there, trying to take the ball away, playing extremely aggressive as we begin this second half of action.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Null had some words for the Spartans during halftime, and hopefully they'll get out and start playing the game that they want to play instead of matching Bellarmine's pace.
Yeah, one thing that always interests me about Coach Knoll is just the fact that she has a plethora of experience in the sport herself, so she knows what she's saying to those players. Two-time All-American at Kent State.
Yeah, she definitely has the background to coach this team, and it'll be interesting to see what tips she gave them and if they'll be able to convert them in this second half. Yeah,
in her 12th season at the helm of this team, obviously very experienced and ready for more. Going to be inbounded right now. Looks like Bellarmine has control of the ball, trying to get around a few defenders. The Knights are working with her right now, taken away by Ashley Harlock. Harlock moving with the ball. A little bit of miscommunications on the Spartans' end, causing it to roll out of bounds, and the Knights will take control.
Yeah, it looks like Harlock has had 1 assist so far this game. We'll see if she can build on that number.
Yeah, a strong playmaker for this team. Obviously mentioned before in this game, she loves creating for her teammates. Michigan State has control of the ball right now. High pass by Issa Vandervey, goal scorer for the Spartans. Knights control the ball right now after taking away on the pass. Harlock getting in the midst of it, battling for the ball. Taken away by the Spartans right now. Moving downfield is Ellie Rutherford. Let's see what Rutherford can do as she passes it off to Selena Ricardo. Ricardo speeding up, gets past the defender, takes a shot, and goes almost out of bounds. Ricocheted back inside. A hard shot right there by Ricardo.
Yeah, and it looks like Hansen chasing after that ball there. Really wants to score her second goal of the season in this game.
Yeah, let's watch this on the replay. A smack, a little bit of an awkward angle, causes it to bounce off, fly into the sky for a second. Spartans in control of the ball right now. Harlock with it. That's Davies chasing after the ball, stopping it from going out of bounds, trying to sell this ball. And see it roll away after being hit off the stick of one of the Knights. Pass back to the Spartans territory. Spartans still in control of the ball right now. That would be Ellie Wheatley with it. Passes off to her teammate, now back to Wheatley. Wheatley trying to find an area to work with. Looking for a groove, draws 2 defenders, and taken away. Now some open green for the Knights. This is scary for Michigan State. Shot does not go in on goal, rolls out of bounds instead. But that was definitely a little bit anxiety-inducing for the Spartans.
Yeah, and it looks like Jardel will get her second save of this game.
Yeah, I could see it bounce off the foot. Looks like right at the end there. Not happy with that play right there was Amber Hoffman Rimbo.
Yeah, she is the Knights' lead scorer, so I'm sure she wanted to convert on this game and keep her status as leading goal scorer and leader in points on this team.
Yeah, a very strong player for this team. You can see the high standards that she has for herself on that play right there. Looks like that is Davies with the ball right now. Georgia Davies moving with it, trying to get downfield, and a whistle comes in. And another whistle comes in, now awarding it to the Spartans. Spartans working with the ball, passing between each other. Goes between one of the players' legs, leading to a dangerous opportunity for the Knights that they could take advantage of. Ball rolls out of bounds instead, and will now be awarded to the Spartans. That was going to be Ellie Wheatley starting us off, it looks like.
Yeah, the Spartans playing with some renewed energy. You see them run up and down the sidelines a lot more aggressive than they were in the first half.
Yeah, it seems like that last second goal has really woken them up after a photo finish in the first half. You can see how bad they want their momentum to keep on rolling.
And hopefully for the Spartans, this game doesn't go into overtime, as they have lost. Both of their losses this season have come from overtime games.
Yeah, we mentioned a little bit earlier how they are undefeated in regulation time. Pretty crazy stuff that both losses have come in overtime periods. One of them came from a shootout, and one of them came from a penalty stroke. Penalty stroke being the Rutgers game. A little bit of an anticlimactic end to such an interesting game. Going to be taken away by the Knights right now, it looks like. Spartans fighting for the ball. That's Selena Ricardo in control of the ball for the Spartans, going to be Michigan State ball. High pass, goes over a few players' heads, soars down, now controlled by the Spartans.
And Ricardo, a great defensewoman for the Spartans. She was selected to participate in the 2022 Senior Nexus Championships at Virginia Beach and started all 15 games last season.
Nice to see her getting some recognition for her strong game. Can see her going 100% every time she's on the field. Emma O'Neill joins the fray for the Spartans right now, adding to an extremely strong player set on the field.
Yeah, she scored 2 goals against American and 1 against St. Louis, so maybe she'll be able to continue that streak today.
Yeah, a lot of goal scorers on this team, very strong all throughout. Issa Vandervey is the only one to score so far today. Spartans start us off right here with the ball soaring out of bounds and being awarded to Bellarmine. Bellarmine Knights going to be in control of the ball, but a few unlucky bounces might cause Michigan State to have control. Unlucky bounce on Michigan State's side instead re-awards it to the Knights. You see Bellarmine trying to get the ball inside, but the Spartans take control of it. Harlock controlling it right there. Continued passing forward. Michigan State trying to get a groove to work in right here.
Looks like that's Merrill Hansen on the offense for the Spartans right now, running after that ball as quickly as she could.
Yeah, managed to control the ball still while multiple defenders were pressing her. Very impressive stick skills right there.
Yeah, she's competed twice in the National Hockey Technique Championships, actually, so she knows a thing or two about how to work her stick to make sure she can score for her team.
Yeah, the fact that she's actually done the Technique Championship does not surprise me. You can see it on the field just how good she is with that stick in her hand. Whistles come in, and it will be re-awarded to Bellarmine. Bellarmine in control of the ball right now, trying to get down the sideline. Dangerous area to work with right now. Ball seems like is walking the tightrope and stays in bounds. Now rolls out.
Yeah, and we should mention that the Knights are coached by a talented coach in Devaney Bovair. She played 4 years at MacFo Ball State from 2008 to 11. And joined the staff in 2013 and was named MAC Coach of the Year in 2021 after Bellarmine's second year of being a D1 program.
Yeah, both coaches have experience actually on the playing field. Have to wonder if they ever suited up against each other at any point in their careers. Going to be in control of the Knights right now, it looks like. Looks like it's Julia Dornabos in control of the ball. Whistle comes in, and now is going to be awarded a short corner, actually. Is going to be Bellarmine ball. Their 5th short corner of the game, it looks like.
Yeah, and again, they were able to convert off of one of theirs with Dornabos scoring, so maybe they'll be able to do that again. We'll see. Both teams, a lot of short corners today, so working on that for both teams could be something they practice in the future. Yeah,
definitely a big opportunity to score right here. One goal that they have so far has come from this short corner opportunity. Let's see if history repeats itself. Looks like this will be the 15th short corner of the game. Passing to their teammates. Shot is blocked by a defender of Michigan State. Looks like that was Hannah Jarvie putting her body on the line and stepping up big for the Spartans.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, these shots, even from a distance, look hard. I would not want to be on the receiving end with one of them, so I applaud Jardel and Swallow for stepping up there and blocking them.
Yeah, gotta stop ourselves from giving a little bit of a gasp every time a player gets hit by one of these balls. Can see just how fast they're going. Working with the ball right now is Bellarmine. Right now in control, it looks like it was Julia Dornabos, but taken away by Darby, sending it out of bounds, giving her defense a chance to reset while the ball is awarded to the Knights.
Yeah, it looks like Davies, the defender for Michigan State, really involved in that mix, just defending her keeper and making sure the ball stays on the Spartans' side.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see when a player has to make a judgment call on the win-loss ratio in these certain types of plays. Sent the ball out of bounds so our defense could get a chance to reset. Decided it was better than trying to just move the ball upfield there. And now we have our 16th short corner of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Jardel, you know, she's getting a lot of practice with these short corners, and she made 6 saves against Stanford, so continuing that hot streak of being able to get her body where she needs to in order to save the ball.
Yeah, Michigan State would rather have nobody else than Jardel in goal right now, it would seem. Steps up big for this team multiple times this season. 6 saves in a game, some very impressive stuff.
Yeah, and she's played every minute in goal for the Spartans, but we should mention that their freshman goalkeeper, Cicely Charles, was just named to the USA Indoor Field Hockey Team.
Yeah, the fact that Michigan State can have 2 very strong goalies at their disposal is a luxury that many teams do not have. We now have our 17th short corner of the game, 6th for the Knights. Let's see if they can capitalize on this one. Shooting 20% on these so far, 1 of 5. Let's see how the 6th one affects their percentage. Pass inside by the Knights. Shots taken on goal, goes low, and a save right there by Jardel. Laid down fully on the ground. Nice play there by Jardel. You can see her taking a breather after 2 straight penalty shots being saved. Moving towards the goal with speed and a score by the Spartans right there. That was Lulu Fulton. A great job right there. And another goal by an international player, this time from Auckland, New Zealand. Yeah, once the Spartans have gotten the ball rolling, it seems like they've taken a lot of control over this game. We mentioned earlier how it looked like the Knights kind of had a chokehold on many of the areas of this game. Defense, offense, just time management. Looks like the Spartans have flipped the script on this one.
Yeah, they're playing a lot more aggressively, I'd say, this half. A lot more energy, a lot more sprinting to get to the ball and swarming the Knights players when they are in possession of it.
Yeah, most people know the theory about an object in motion stays in motion. It looks like Michigan State is proving that today, just not stopping their momentum throughout this entire second half. Spartans moving towards the goal, missed hit on the ball. Ball is knocked towards the goal and shot in for yet another goal. The Spartans are on fire right now. It looks like this time came from Ashley Harlock.
Yeah, and Harlock, usually known for assists, she assisted Hannah Jarvie and Issa Vandervey for goals against Rutgers, so finally getting a goal of her own.
Stepping up big for the Spartans right there. Definitely changing the sides. Instead of being a playmaker, decides to be the, I guess, playmaker herself there.
Yeah,
I don't really know what that becomes. Spartans in control of the ball yet again. They have gotten the ball moving, and they have not stopped in these last couple minutes. 2 straight goals. Don't even think that was a minute in between those.
Yeah, and it was Ashley Harlock's first goal of the season, so you can hear Spartan fans here cheering for her.
And a chance for another one right here. That's Meryl Hansen passing inside to her teammates. Looks like it's broken up a little bit. The Spartans went scoreless for the first 30 minutes of the game, now scoring 2 goals in the last minute of action.
Yeah, and you can see how that momentum kind of carrying with the Spartans now, and the Knights might appear to be getting a little bit frustrated, kind of having some sloppy passing and sloppy defense. So maybe they'll be able to refine that and get back in this game.
The Knights are going to want to slow down this game, give themselves some breathers. It looks like they're just getting caught up in the chaos of the Michigan State Spartans. Spartans moving downfield right now with the ball. That is Julia Boncheseski. And now taken away by Lulu Fulton. Spartans back in control of the ball, was taken away for a second by the opposing Knights. But Michigan State does not give up easily. Hannah Jarvie with the ball, pass inside to her teammate. Now back to Jarvie. Jarvie with a little bit of a miscommunication sends the ball out of bounds. You can see a little bit of heads hung low right there as they realize the mistake that was made. Imagine that they'll be able to put them back up though, as they are up 3-1 against Bellarmine right now. Bellarmine got to try working back from this deficit. You are currently watching the Michigan State Spartans versus the Bellarmine Knights on Big Ten Plus.
Yeah, and again, like I emphasized earlier, it is only Bellarmine's 3rd year of being a D1 program, so obviously getting used to the competition that comes with that.
Yeah, they have been fighters all day today. Even with the 3-1 score right now, they have been playing very strong, especially for a 3rd-year Division I team. You can see a smack towards the goal, and now a dangerous situation. You can see Jardell start to chop the feet right there, get prepared for a shot on goal, but that shot will never come as Michigan State has control of the ball. Michigan State working with it right now. That's Lulu Fulton, one of the goal scorers for this game, skating through the defense almost as if this is regular hockey on ice. Fulton controlling the ball, taken away for a second by the defenders of the opposing Knights, but Fulton does not give up easily, working with the ball. Got to pay close attention to the ball movement here, or you will not realize the complexities of what is going on. These Spartans are doing an amazing job at controlling the ball this second half.
Yeah, and both teams moving very, very quickly. The balls have gone in and come back out. It's very quick game this right now, and hopefully maybe Bellarmine needs to slow that pace in order to get back in the game. Yeah,
definitely going to try changing what's going on in the second half of action. Going to hope for a better 4th quarter than this 3rd quarter has gone so far. But who knows? In the last seconds of the first half of action, Michigan State scored that first goal to change momentum in their direction. Still 35 seconds left in this quarter for Bellarmine to do the same.
Goals are available at any time, even at the end of regulation in this game, so it makes it certainly interesting to watch.
Yeah, the game is never truly paused, even when you think it may be. Control of Bellarmine right now. The Knights are trying to inch closer and closer to the Spartan goal. Spartan defenders are trying their best to stop that at all points. And it looks like it bounced off the foot of the defender of the Spartans right there. I believe that's Lena Ricardo. Now in control of the Knights. Spartans take the ball away. Now smacked forward, trying to get out of their territory. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Yeah, going to be some tough competition coming up, huh, Nora?
Yeah, and for the Knights, I mean, they are going to go on to start MAC play, and then they're going to Davidson to play the Wildcats, and it should be an interesting schedule for them as they get their feet wet in the MAC conference.
Definitely going to be interesting to see how that plays out. You can see Bellarmine in control of the ball right now. That was Peyton Hobson who had it for a second there. Whistle comes in, and we are back to familiar territory as we are back for a short corner.
Yes, you'll hear it. You've probably heard it a million times from us this broadcast, but the Short corners, again, easiest way to score. Definitely how the Knights scored their first goal in the first half, and we'll see if Julia Dornabos and the Knights can convert again.
Yeah, this is the 19th short corner of the game. Going to be the 7th for the Knights. Their 1 goal of the game coming from the same opportunity. See if they can take control of that yet again. Nora, we've seen a big change in momentum between the first and second half. First half seemed like it was all Bellarmine. Second half has been Michigan State's. Why do you think that is?
I think that just coming off with the momentum, I think that the final goal in regulation by Vandervey, again, like that you have to get some momentum going at halftime. I'm sure Coach Null gave the Spartans a great speech, and then of course they come out and score 2 goals after, and right back to back for Fulton and Harlock. So that momentum has to be carrying in, and again, as they look to rebound from dropping 2 games.
Yeah, definitely have to think that last second goal in the first half took a little bit of wind out of the sails of this Bellarmine team. See if they can get that wind back in them and start their momentum up again. Going to be awarded to the Knights, and now fighting for the ball was Michigan State, but Bellarmine is still in control.
The Knights kind of beginning this quarter with some fast momentum. It looks like they're kind of reverting back to the game plan they had in the first half.
Yeah, if they start committing to that again, we might see a totally different quarter than what we did in the third. Third quarter was all Michigan State. Let's see if Bellarmine can claim the fourth as theirs. Moving downfield is Michigan State. That's Ellie Wheatley with the ball right now, passing over to her teammate. Right now, that's Selena Ricardo getting the ball taken away by the Knights and taken back by the Spartans. Pass forward by Selena Ricardo. Now taken away. Knights working with the ball, passing forward, trailing the sideline. Unlucky bounce off of the stick of Peyton Hobson. Gives it to Michigan State. Working with the ball right now. Can see it go out of bounds and will be re-awarded to the Spartans. Only about 12.5 minutes left in this entire game. Seems like a little bit of time, but a lot in the sport of field hockey. Saw 2 goals in less than a minute by the Spartans. See what happens here. Selena Ricardo chasing down the ball, keeps it in possession of the Spartans. High shot goes past the goal and out of bounds.
Yeah, and Ricardo, again, running after the ball, not giving up after that Bellarmine defense woman came at her. She really just is passionate about this sport, it seems, by her play, and trying to get a goal of her own this season.
Yeah, one thing that we have noticed in the box this entire day is just the passion from all these players. There's a reason that they're Division I athletes, and there's a reason they don't give up. Working with the ball right now, that would be Ellie Wheatley of the Spartans, passing back now to Georgia Davies.
And Davies, again, a skilled defender from England. A lot of these defenders need a little bit more love. They really are the backbone of this Spartan team and really help their teammates and are able to spread the love around for various assists and even goals when they need to.
Yeah, we obviously mentioned the names of the goal scorers and the people who give the assists, but definitely need to give more credit to the defenders, as you said right there. A massive part of this game. Working with the ball right now is Ashley Harlock. Harlock passing the ball downfield. Looks like it's going to be a chase for the ball. Merrill Hansen with a smack. And does not go into the goal. Passing between a few of the Knights. Passing between a few players right now. You can see Ricardo with it, passing over to her teammate, Rutherford. Rutherford speeding up right now. Gets caught up a little bit, takes it away. Is now going to be awarded to the Spartans of Michigan State.
Yeah, and I think it's important to mention Rutherford is a sophomore, and she scored her first goal of the season against UC Davis and was also named alongside Merrill Hansen to the NFHCA Collegiate Watch List.
Yeah, I believe you said earlier that she was named the Rookie of the Year and a score, it looks like. Maybe not. Review is called. It's going to be called no goal. A little bit of confusion on the play right there. Got a little bit ahead of myself, but it's going to be in control of the Bellarmine Knights. Now working with the ball is Michigan State. Hansen is working with it. Passes back to her teammate. Now a couple other passes. Moving forward right now. Actually moving a little bit backwards, trying to move forward. Sometimes they have to take a couple steps back to take a few more forward. In control of Ellie Wheatley right now. Now pass forward. Harlock gets the ball taken away. Bellarmine is not giving up on this game yet. Looks like they're going to get some open green. Dangerous spot. And shot goes flying over the goal.
Yeah, Hoffing Jarimbo took that shot. Again, former team captain and was second team All-MAC last season. She scored 2 goals in the game against CMU, and I'm sure she's looking for another one today.
Yeah, already a good list of accolades for that player right there. You can see Davies working with the ball. Trying to get to her teammate, taken away for a second. The Knights do not want to give up here. And that looked a little dangerous with a little bit of an open goal scenario, but ball goes out of bounds.
Looks like it was another shot by Hoffing Jarimbo. Again, great player for the Bellarmine Knights.
Yeah, Jarimbo is not giving up right now. You can see that she wants this win. Davies with the pass forward. Seems like it goes out of bounds and is going to be re-awarded to the Michigan State Spartans. Actually going to be re-awarded to the Knights. The Knights working with the ball right now. Pass forward. A hard smack on the ball is missed. That would have been a laser towards the goal.
Yeah, and give credit to Monique Jardel really stepping in when her team needs her, really preparing for any and all shots that could come her way.
Yeah, some fast movement towards the goal right now. This could be dangerous for the Knights. Even though the goalies have the proper padding, of course, got to respect them, not being scared of these hard shots coming right at them, stepping up, standing as a brick wall, and accepting what comes their way. Working with the ball right now is the Michigan State Spartans. Can see them trying to use their body and make a little bit of separation. Couple of passes. Ball is being fought over. Rutherford in the midst of it, and it is going to be awarded to the Bellarmine Knights.
Yeah, and it looks like Harlock went on the ground there, really ready to dedicate her body to get the ball and help her team.
Yeah, these players for Michigan State, as well as Bellarmine, are honestly willing to put their bodies on the line if it means their team can have a chance at winning. Pass forward right now by Issa Vandervey, one of the goal scorers for Michigan State so far. Looked like Michigan State was going to take it back with a play by Selena Ricardo, but a whistle was blown and re-awarded to the opposing Knights. Looks like there's some open green to work with right now if they can get past one of these defenders. That is Ellie Rutherford with the ball right now. Lulu Fulton now with the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. A little bit of an unlucky roll and going to be awarded to the Knights of Bellarmine.
Yeah, Fulton really getting in there this game, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta see which one of these teams will succeed in the end. Still 6.5 minutes left. A lot of game to be played. Momentum can shift at any moment. One thing that's interesting to see is there's 11 corner shots for Michigan State, 11 total shots for the opposing Knights.
Yeah, again, we've said it a million times, and every time the viewers at home, you know, corner shots are the easiest way to score, and it seems like both teams need to take advantage of those.
Looks like is going to be awarded to the Knights of Bellarmine. Bellarmine using the ball, trying to get around. Looks like it had an awkward angle and a hit right there as it rolls out of bounds. Michigan State with the ball, trying to work with it. Chasing after the ball right now is Jillian Bonchesky. Ball rolls out, and it's going to be awarded to Bellarmine.
Yeah, Boncheski scored first goal of the season against St. Louis, so she can score, and she's a midfielder for the Spartans. She's a sophomore out of Larksville, PA, and hopefully maybe she'll score another goal this game.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the players on this field for Michigan State are very proficient in the scoring aspect of the game. Definitely not selfish, though, as they like to pass the ball around. Working with the ball is Michigan State right now. Nice spin move right there. Working with the ball right now. Could see Julia Dernabos trying to get towards the goal. Whistle is blown and passes it off to her teammate. Ball is set up. Hard smack towards the goal, and it looks like it was saved.
Yeah, another save for Jardel. She's really seeing a lot of action in the net today, but seems prepared to take on every shot.
Yeah, Nora, you mentioned earlier the Ironman streak that she's had so far this season, playing every minute that she possibly could inside that goal.
Yeah, she must enjoy, you know, being suited up for the Spartans and able to help her team in the way she can.
Yeah, I have to imagine if she starts spending a couple more games every minute of the game in that goal, it might become a little bit of a second home for her. Might get a little homesick whenever she has to leave it. Bellarmine with the ball right now, taken away by Michigan State, moving towards the goal, starting to get an opening. Looks like you're going to work with it, smacked forward and smacked away by the goalkeeper of Bellarmine. Looks like that was Kaylee Workman. And Nora, you were saying earlier about the little bit of the competition between Workman and Swallow. Both two very proficient players who can take over the goal. Let's watch on this replay real quick. Can see her grab it with her hand. Actually, it's smacked out by one of her defenders right there. The play before, she grabbed it with her hand, smacked it to the ground. Now, Bellarmine can control the ball until Michigan State takes it away.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, again, a goalie battle between Kaylee Workman and Danny Swallow. Workman, a freshman. Again, Coach Bovair praised her, said she had a great height and a high level of field hockey IQ.
Yeah, we were debating during the halftime whether we'd see Workman get put into the goal for the second half, as they've been kind of staggering the time of both to see who can perform better in the goal. Looks like Workman gets the second half.
Yeah, she's started 5 games so far for the Knights, so maybe she'll continue to start the next game. Who knows?
Yeah, both of these teams have the option just to have two very proficient goalies on their roster. A luxury that many teams don't even have one at times. Going to be controlled by Bellarmine right now. Passing between a couple of the players. Right now in control of the ball is Emily Williams. Moving downfield with the ball right now. Michigan State takes the ball away. In control of it. That was going to be Davies working with it. A nice move not to get the ball stripped away. Now passing between a couple of the players for the Spartans.
Yeah, Bellarmine not giving up quite yet. They've had a few attempts at goal and just haven't been able to convert this period.
Yeah, luck has not been on their side for the second half of action. So far, going scoreless in the second half. Can see multiple players working the ball. Bellarmine in control of the ball at this moment. Starts to roll out of bounds, but will be kept in bounds, but does not matter because Bellarmine was awarded the ball anyway. Moving downfield with it right now, speeding up a little bit, trying to get some area to work with. Nice pass forward by Merritt Vanderben of the Knights. You can see the Knights trying to work with it. Only a minute 30 left in this entire game.
Yeah, and just like how Bellarmine was swarming the Spartan players in the first half, it looks like the Spartan players are finally starting to swarm the Bellarmine players. Every time it looks like there's a white jersey, 2 white jerseys for every black jersey, especially if one of the Bellarmine players has the ball.
Yeah, the Michigan State team is playing like they're a little bit possessed lately, a little bit of fire lit under them after that first half of action. Really have to wonder what Coach Knoll told them in that huddle. Michigan State going to start off with this ball. Less than a minute left in this entire game. Not going to be making any final judgment calls yet, though, as we do not want to have an announcer's curse happen. So passing between a couple of the players of Michigan State. Right now you can see Hannah Jarvie speeding up and passing it downfield. Ball is taken away by the Knights of Bellarmine. passing it between a couple players.
Yeah, Michigan State looks like it's kind of trying to stretch this last few seconds or so, just passing gently back and forth, just playing a game of keep away with the Knights.
Yeah, definitely don't want anything crazy to happen. Looks like they're just trying to run out the clock, working with the ball. As you mentioned earlier, a lot of these players are very proficient at the skills with their stick, so they are doing a very good job of keeping it away. Final seconds of the game begin to trickle away, and it looks like it's confident to say now the Michigan State Spartans have won against Bellarmine.
Yeah, great performance by both teams. It'll be interesting to see how they both fare in conference play this season.